How's everyone doing? Who's ready to graduate? All right, very good. Well, welcome everybody. My name's Marty Roth. I'm the president here at the University of Charleston, and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 2021 Spring Commencement exercises here at the University of Charleston. Joining me on the stage, members of the Board of Trustees, Chairman Pat Graney, and other board members, Dave Gallagher, Michael Carey, and Dean Cordell. And representing the faculty on the stage this afternoon, Dr. Kim Spezio, Dr. Tracy Bradley, representing Arts and Sciences, and from our School of Health Sciences, Dr. Jennifer Pack, Christy Barnett, and Jackie Hurt. We have other faculty who have joined us this afternoon, who are seated on the floor, on the rear of the arena, and of course, couldn't be happier to have all of our graduating students here with us this afternoon. And certainly family, friends, guests, we're delighted to have you join us for this ceremony. And the many of you who will be joining us virtually, welcome, and we're happy to have you as well. So at this time, I would ask that everybody please rise and direct your attention to the video screens. First, we will have an invocation developed by Pastor Matt Santon, followed by UC graduating senior Shelby Bayless, who should be in the house. Where's Shelby? Shelby, we'll be seeing her on the screen performing the national anthem.
Thank you. My name is Matt Santon. I am the pastor at River Ridge Church and also the men's tennis coach here at the University of Charleston. Would you bow with me in prayer? Heavenly Father, thank you so much for these students who are here graduating today. Lord, thank you for all the people who have had input into their lives, from faculty to coaches to parents to relatives to peers. Thank you for each and every one of them. And Lord, we ask your blessing upon this ceremony. The speakers, the music, the graduates, we ask that you would bless it in every way. And Lord, as these students go on their way, as they journey through life, Lord, I pray that they would find the jobs that you want them to have. I pray that they would find the husbands or wives that you would want them to have. And Lord, we also pray for community for them, to find community, but also to be involved and to influence the communities that they live in. And Lord, as they travel the highways and byways of life, I remember Psalm 121, the West Virginia psalm that says, I lift my eyes up to the mountains. Where will my help come from? It comes from the heavens, maker of heaven and earth. May these students remember this in their travels throughout the state, throughout our country, and throughout the world. We ask this in your name. Amen. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone, please be seated. Thank you so much, Shelby, and thank you, Matt. You know, every era becomes remembered and memorialized by specific events, activities, or innovations, as we're here in our beautiful Innovation Center, that occurred during a brief window of time. So as you use this as an opportunity to reflect on where you've been, how you've gotten to where you are today in this momentous celebratory occasion, I was thinking the same, and thinking that here we are going to have with us today a group of students who spent their childhood or formative years through the 2000 decade, and ultimately your journeys led you here to UC and to earning your well-earned degrees this afternoon. So I'm thinking about that decade of the 2000s, did a little bit of homework, and these are some things that were invented and became part of our daily lives and popular culture during the decade of the 2000s. In the year 2000, these three innovations came to be: camera phone, USB drive, and Bluetooth. So imagine if you were a graduate in 2001 or 2002, you had come to campus or started your academic journey here at UC carrying with you a 35 millimeter or other form of camera, and that went by the wayside as you can now take high quality photos with a phone that you use every day. In 2001, we saw the introduction of Wikipedia, as well as the first hybrid vehicle, the Toyota Prius. 2002, the Blu-ray disc was invented. 2003, Skype became a popular tool initially for business communications, followed quickly by Facebook and YouTube in 2004 and 2005. Also in 2005, we were able to start transitioning away from having maps that were incredibly cumbersome and difficult to fold and hard to read to a great innovation, Google Maps, something that we all use regularly on our phones. Twitter came along in 2006, and in 2007 we saw two great hardware innovations, the Amazon Kindle and the iPhone. And how ubiquitous today is the iPhone. We can't even imagine what life was like before it. In 2008, the App Store, and the decade was topped off, figuratively speaking, by the Burj Khalifa, built in Dubai. At the time, it was the tallest building in the world at 828 meters, a half a mile high. So lots of technology, lots of really disruptive innovations that kind of shaped the way all of us have lived our lives since then. So what are we going to think about the 4 years that you are with us here at the University of Charleston? So of course, it doesn't take long before we think about the things that we'll remember as part of our experiences here at UC and the experiences that all of us had living in West Virginia, other parts of the country, and frankly around the world. We learned new terminology such as social distancing and herd immunity. We saw innovations in the quality and the aesthetics and the comfort of face masks. We began taking tests not just on computers or with pencil and paper, but tests that we actually had to administer right here on campus, where individuals put their saliva into a vial, shook it up, put a cap on it, put it in an envelope, and waited nervously for 2, 3, or 4 days to find out the fate of their freedom. And personal experience with non-self-imposed isolation and quarantine by association. Add to all these pandemic-related innovations, if you will, we saw a period of increased economic, political, and social unrest throughout the world. If anything, the last 2 years have seemed to have gone way beyond that old Chinese proverb of, may you live in interesting times. But it's not so much what happened during that era, it's how we responded to it and how it's shaped us and what we'll take away from it as life learning experiences. So when we faced uncertainty and adversity, we as Golden Eagles never stopped flying. And in fact, I would say we never stopped soaring. We researched, analyzed, debated, planned, and implemented. We pivoted as new information came to light. We worked to continually improve how we would navigate through uncharted waters. But most importantly, we came together as a community, supporting each other to succeed as students, as athletes, as workers, as a community, supporting each other to be as successful as we could be. We did what was often the most difficult. We put each other ahead of ourselves so that we, as a university, as a faculty, as teams, and as a graduating class, could be right here where we are today. I've seen each of you grow during your time here at UC, but definitely no more so than in this past year. The experiences and qualities you have gained in patience, empathy, flexibility, resilience, and resolve are life skills that are going to serve you well, whatever comes next in your journeys. And I sincerely hope that as each of you walks across this stage in just a short while, that you can reflect on how you experienced and grew from our mission to prepare each and every one of you for a life of productive work, enlightened living, and community involvement. If we succeeded in fulfilling our mission, you will succeed personally and professionally. And we will always share this common bond of our mission in this unique era as we move forward as Golden Eagles. We have a great tradition here at UC, and that is recognizing an outstanding undergraduate and an outstanding graduate student each year. We invite the UC faculty to nominate an outstanding undergraduate and graduate student, and those students who have done extraordinarily well in their classes and have also embraced and lived out the university's mission. The nominees are reviewed by a faculty committee, with finalists interviewed for these distinguished awards. It is my pleasure to recognize today Max Bomboko, an accounting major in the School of Business and Leadership and a member of the men's soccer program, as our outstanding undergraduate student awardee, and Olivia Kuhn, class president in the Master of Physician Assistant Studies program, as our outstanding graduate student. Max and Olivia were kind enough to record their remarks, so please turn your attention to the video monitors and enjoy what they have to share with us today.
Hi everyone, I hope that you're all well, safe, and healthy. I first want to thank the President, the Vice President and Dean of Students, my teachers, the staff members, my coaches, the other students, and actually everyone listening to me right now as I have the opportunity to talk to you all today. I also want to congratulate the graduating students as I am pleased to see what you've accomplished. My name is Maxime Justin Bomboko, but when I was in UC, everyone used to call me Max or just Bomboko. I'm 21 years old and I am from Brussels in Belgium. I graduated from UC last December and got a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in accounting. I am now back home preparing myself for a one-year master's program at Indiana University that will start next fall. So I wanted my speech to include a motivational quote that deeply summed up my experience at UC. And Winston Churchill once said, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty." When I first arrived on campus, I was scared. I didn't know anyone. It was a rainy night. And the next morning, even though I was in what is probably the smallest campus in the U.S., I somehow got lost on my way to the CAF. However, as soon as I made my first step into Brotherton Hall, the RAs and Matthew Roslin, my teammate, welcomed me and made me forget that I was a new student. And I just quickly noticed how nice everyone happened to be, from the basketball players in my orientation class to Miss Bev sitting at the Broho's front desk. Just like my first days on campus, my UC experience made me go through a few downs, of course, but it is only by looking at everything with optimism and by seeing the glass half full that I realized that the best thing about UC wasn't in the amazing turf of the brand new WAC or in the amazing design of the Innovation Center. Instead, it is in the people we meet, because we truly leave our families or create a new one on campus. So what will you do? Will you choose to see the glass half empty, or instead to see it half full? Will you choose to focus on the difficulty in every opportunity, or instead on the opportunity in every difficulty? See, while I was at UC, I was playing for the men's soccer team. I was the co-founder and the president of the UC FBA student chapter. I was an accounting tutor. I was a TA. I was a coach for WVFC, and I even became a resident assistant. So I want to advise everyone to never be afraid to take that leap of faith, to apply to that dream job, to try out for that dream team, to join or create that new university organization, or even to just participate to that simple university event, because that is what looking for the opportunity in every difficulty is. That's what I did, and it changed my life. So I'm honored to be named as the President's Outstanding Senior of the Year 2021. And I want to thank everyone, not just for your time during my speech, but for making my UC experience the best it could possibly be. Again, thank you to all the graduating students. All of you, take care and bye.
Hi everyone. I would like to start out by saying how wonderful it is that we have the privilege of gathering together for graduation this year. It has been a long few years, but I believe that the hard work we have done makes graduation that much more gratifying. On top of studying and homework, we have all experienced numerous events that have changed us as students. However, seeing all of us here graduating shows me that these events have made us stronger individuals. I know for myself, it has made me appreciate the life I have been given and has driven me further to help those in my community. At the beginning of 2020, I was able to find Union Mission, and I have been able to grow with them between holding coat drives to creating a community garden. I've also been able to help vaccinate the community through this pandemic. Our class has helped to create both an undergraduate program for those interested in the field of medicine, as well as a diversity position within our program. There is so much that has been accomplished, and I'm excited to see what else our school will be able to accomplish over the years in both education and volunteering. I've been very fortunate that my faculty and the school are recognizing what I have done with this incredible award as the Outstanding Graduate. I could never express how appreciative I am for this award. It is my hope through this award that you are all encouraged to continue to help your communities no matter where you go from here. If I could, I would thank everyone by name who has helped me and my classmates through these last 3 years, but I will try to keep my thank yous short. First, I would like to thank my faculty for always supporting us. Next, I would like to thank my class, especially Maddie, for becoming like family. We always believed we could make it 30 in and 30 out, and we did it. Finally, I would like to thank my family and Chris for always taking my calls and continually motivating me. I would like to leave us with this last thought. Live a life of productive work, become enlightened as often as possible, and do what you can to involve yourself in the community. Congratulations, classes of 2021. We did it.
It's now my pleasure to introduce our featured guest commencement speaker for today. As a graduate of Barberton High School in Ohio, John Kaminsky came to UC as a science major and a football student athlete. Coach Kirkland and his staff quickly changed John's position from quarterback to defense. At the beginning of his time at UC, Kaminsky weighed 215 pounds, taking on other players that weighed considerably more. While fortunately John grew during his time at UC, these early days required that he focus not only on strength and conditioning, but also on technique to compete against larger opponents. And given his competitiveness, he was always driven to earn top grades in his classes. It did not take long for John to begin receiving awards and honors for his football performance. In his senior year, he was named the Mountain East Conference Defensive Player of the Year, named to the third team on the 2018 Don Hanson NCAA Division II All-America team, was a Division II football first-team All-American, and was also named as a Division II Conference Commissioners Association Scholar Athlete of the Year. John not only represented UC in the Reese's Senior Bowl, he was also one of just two players representing all of Division II sports in that game. He's the first player in UC history to earn an invitation to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. He was selected in the 4th round of the NFL Draft by the Atlanta Falcons and is now preparing for his 3rd professional football season. In addition to his excellence on the football field, John graduated from UC with an arts and sciences degree, a 3.98 GPA, as a biology and chemistry double major. He's a true example of hard work, determination, and support paying off and making career goals happen. It's my pleasure to welcome John to provide an address to our graduating students, which he will do so on the monitor now.
What's up, UC? Let me start by telling you how cool it feels to stand at this podium today. I am beyond honored. I'm honored to be the speaker for this class of 2021. I'm honored to join a list of incredible people who have been in the position I'm at today. I'm honored to represent my God, my family, and my friends who are all a part of this just as much as I am. Firstly, I want to thank my wife, Brittany, for supporting, challenging, and loving me through my entire journey. Family and friends who have been and continue to be there, thank you. It's love always, and it's an honor to be in your lives. I also want to thank and recognize those I met while at UC who had a significant impact on my time here. The 3 incredible women I met in the library, Stacy, Anna, and Rebecca, you guys get the first recognition because you are and continue to be the heart and soul of the campus. Thank you for the unconditional love and support you gave and taught me during my many hours in the library. I met many other great people at that front desk and had conversations that serve as some of my better memories at UC. Front office, cafeteria, custodial, security, and other members of the school's community, thank you. Kelly and Glenn down at the bookstore, you two always had my back, and I appreciate you guys. Dr. Serafin, Dr. Haas, Dr. Sun and Watson, and many other great teachers and mentors, thank you for your commitment to me and my learning through my years at UC. My classmates, I thank all of you. My roommates, CJ, Jalen, Willard, and Jorge, I appreciate you guys, and we will always be a part of each other's lives. The guys on the football team, past and present, thank all of you for the brotherhood we shared on that field and in the locker room. Mike Nyquist and the rest of the training staff, thank you guys for your commitment to making sure I was ready to go on game day. All my coaches, Coach Kirkland, Paul Johnson, Zach Johnson, Coach Quinn, Butler, Freeland, Santala, Mitchell, Howard, Hill, Eberhardt, and Albright, thank you for the opportunity to play college football. We fought through many highs and lows and won a lot of great games together. Lastly, I want to thank President Roth and the others who are responsible for bringing me here today. It is an opportunity I could not let pass by, and again, I am very, very honored to be here. Graduates, congrats on finishing what you started. It's an accomplishment you can be forever proud of. All the early mornings, late nights, tests, essays, labs, finals, presentations, you did that. Studying, reading, writing, studying some more, even when you didn't want to, you did enough to get that degree. Take pride in yourself and enjoy this high in your life. Many of us are the first to graduate college in our family. Many of us are even the first to attend college in our family. Many of us are continuing the greatness that has been on display in our family for many generations. Or maybe you're just somewhere in between. Whatever the case is, you did something special. You secured your bag and no one can take it from you. I have a lot of great memories from UC. I still remember getting in that bubble suit at the school lawn events. This one time I ran full steam into a girl about half my size and sent her 20 yards the other way. Don't worry, she asked me to. I also remember being part of the student section, supporting all our other sports teams. We would insult the opposing team, insult the ref even. We'd go as far as to make animal noises, anything to give the UC team the advantage. This one time, my friend Michael Farhat grabbed the game ball, chucked it at the hoop, and missed horribly and got it stuck in the wall mount, delaying the game for a good 10 minutes. Oh, and of course, we were always down to hype up the toast man. Hanging out in the dorm rooms and going downtown was always fun. I always thought it was cool to hang out with all the different people that came through to UC. Different childhoods, different struggles, different perspectives, all merged into one small college campus. I had some great times while I was here, and I'm sure you did too. Okay, so maybe I've been out of school for only 2 years, but I've learned a lot of great lessons in life already. I've learned to be excited about buying silly adult things like my brand new silverware set, houseplants, and my lawnmower. I've also learned that wineries and breweries are a far more enjoyable experience than a bar or a club. Things you might not be able to understand just yet, but you will. I've also learned the typical tough guy, hard work pays off, or our struggles make us stronger, or no excuses, get it done. Things you might guess an NFL player would learn in their first 2 seasons. While all this is important, these attitudes just aren't enough to give you what you want. I've learned that simply toughing it out to reach a certain goal will leave you feeling this sort of void or emptiness once you do get there. You can't expect your happiness to multiply just because you get what you want. Trust me, being drafted into the NFL was a heck of a morale boost and certainly checked off goals that I've had since I was a kid. But the accomplishment alone wasn't enough to fulfill me for a lifetime. I learned that I can't invest every bit of my self-worth into what I do, because once it's gone, then what? I personally believe the biggest flaw in our minds is thinking that when we reach a goal, we will be happy. But I challenge you to ask yourself, why am I striving to reach my goals? Why do I push through the hard days? Why do I do what I do? Today, I want to help you find out why and better define your why. And my quote for you guys today is, accomplishing something is not where you find happiness. I believe happiness is found when you regularly reflect on why you accomplish. So I have 5 areas where I believe that your why exists. These areas include family, spirituality, overcoming struggle or trauma, pride in your job field, and pure competitive nature. It may exist in just one of these areas or maybe all 5. But first, let's talk about family. I think striving to make a relative proud is a very strong why. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, whoever, I feel that a desire to impress your family or doing right by them could push you through anything you want and give you a confident purpose. I have a lot of great people in my life, and of course, I want to be something they can be proud of. When I don't want to get up in the morning, I can just think of my family, or I can think about my wife and the life I want for her. That's plenty enough to jump me out of bed and get started with my day. The next area is spirituality. Spirituality is another one that I feel is a very strong basis for your doing. Not just the idea of a God, but also loved ones who have passed that serve as your present day guardian angels. Making decisions as if God or your angels are watching will lead you to exactly where you were meant to be. For me, it's a combination of both. I want to bring glory to my God, and I want to make my guardian angels smile. The next area is where I find a lot of my own why. It's the fact that you have overcome or are currently overcoming some sort of struggle or trauma. I think it's very safe to say that we've all experienced some sort of extreme low in our life. I've fought through struggles in my family, fought through the self-doubt heading into college football and the NFL, and I've felt alone even when all the stage lights were all over me. Fighting through that and becoming who I am today is something I can put my pride in. There have came points when I've reached rock bottom, where I questioned everything I was doing and couldn't see an end to the rut I was in. But guess what? I'm rocking it today, and so are you. You're here, achieving something very special, and you will continue to do great things. Then, after we've won our battles, we meet others who have been through or are going through something similar. We can then offer advice and support because we have experienced that low. And now we are a testimony to them that yes, it is possible to overcome those obstacles and then some. Being able to relate to someone's trauma is a very powerful thing. So yeah, take pride in that. Own your journey and continue to write your amazing stories so that you can help others write theirs. The fourth area is your loyalty to the job field or just a passion for your job field. The best example I can think of is healthcare workers. The great nurses are the ones who live for the moments of just putting smiles on their patients' faces, or when they see families cheer after a loved one overcomes a deadly illness. Another example could be a teacher. Most teachers understand how big of an impact they have on their students' lives, and that alone is an incredibly strong, purposeful life. And just a reminder, you could have your goals within these jobs, and you'd be happy to get a promotion or better pay, but reflecting on your purpose through the process of getting to that promotion makes you invincible. All right, so maybe you aren't into all the soft-hearted stuff just yet. You might just be a tough, gritty person who's driven by your own pure competitive nature. A chip on your shoulder can be a great motivator, and the satisfaction of proving those doubters wrong may be just enough for you. Or, if you're like me, you want to prove it to yourself. I think we all have a negative voice that is always against us, always challenging our self-confidence. But there's nothing better than shutting that voice up by walking headfirst into that challenge and absolutely owning it. Nothing better than knowing how scared I was by this university in college football, then becoming both the Defensive Player of the Year and an academic All-American. Nothing better than knowing how scared I was by the idea of the NFL, then grabbing Derrick Henry by the waist and throwing him into the turf. And now, I can look myself in the mirror and know that nothing, not even my own self, can get in my way. So whether it's your family, your spirituality, your life's testimony, your passion or loyalty to your job field, or just the dog competitor in you, finding purpose in your life and why you do what you do is what I would consider the secret to happiness. Thanks again to my family, my friends, my God, and all members of the UC community, and congratulations to all of you 2021 graduates. Enjoy this victory and go UC.
Thank you, John, for sharing your why with us, and in so doing, helping us discover ours. Now I'll turn the podium over to Dr. Spezio.
Thank you, President Roth. And now we can proceed with the conferring of the degrees. Will the candidates for the associate degrees please stand? President Roth, I have the privilege of presenting to you the candidates for the Associate of Science degrees. These students have completed or are scheduled to complete the requirements for the respective degrees as approved by the faculty. I therefore request that you confer upon them the appropriate degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Charleston and by the State of West Virginia, and upon the unanimous recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the degree appropriate to your course of study with the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Will you please turn your tassel from the right side to the left side and be seated? Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please stand? President Roth, I have the privilege of presenting to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees. These students have completed or are scheduled to complete the requirements for the respective degrees as approved by the faculty. I therefore request that you confer upon them the appropriate degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Charleston and by the State of West Virginia, and upon the unanimous recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the degree appropriate to your course of study with all of the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Please turn your tassel from the right side to the left side and be seated. At this time, our Grand Marshal, Professor Suzanne King, and Assistant Marshal, Dr. Mike Bailey, will lead the graduates to the stage where they will receive congratulations from the President. And those who are graduating with honors will be recognized this afternoon as their names are read. Latin honors are designated for students completing a bachelor's degree. Summa cum laude and highest honors indicate a GPA of 3.9 to 4.0. Magna cum laude and high honors indicate the second highest level of GPA at 3.75 to 3.89. And finally, cum laude and honors indicate the third highest level of GPA at 3.5 to 3.74. The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree from the School of Arts and Sciences. Shelby Bayless, summa cum laude. Allison Carpenter, magna cum laude. Andrew Cree. Julia Curry. Zachary Daly, magna cum laude. Megan Eder. Zachary Farrell, summa cum laude. Isaiah Gable. Renee Gehring, summa cum laude. Rebecca Guy, cum laude. Aaliyah Jones. Ann Martin. James Priest. Darren Ray, summa cum laude. Anybody got a cell phone camera? Yes. Justin Robles. Alexis Scales, cum laude. Janie Schmidt. Jenna Shepard, cum laude. Jessica Sonnenberg. William White, magna cum laude. Jamarcus Williamson. Destiny Workman, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Science degree from the School of Arts and Sciences. Camilla Averson. Gabriel Rodriguez. Christopher Bowden. Heather Connery, magna cum laude. Natalie Cronin. Chrisanna Daly, magna cum laude. Michaela Daly. Austin Davis, honors. Logan Davis, cum laude. Caleb Duncan, magna cum laude. Colton Faber, summa cum laude. Salam Hafa, summa cum laude. Alexis Hall, cum laude. Taylor Huffman. Destiny Johnson, cum laude. Jordan Keenan, cum laude. Stefan Kumarik. Zachary Laney, summa cum. Abby Lewis. Shannon Lyons. Maria Marrero. Lindsay McClung. Jenna Mead. Miranda Pack. Catherine Pauley, cum laude. Jacob Phillips. Matthew Rosalind, summa cum laude. Alyssa Settle. Lauren Slack. Autumn Smith, magna cum laude. Bailey Starcher. Iva Townsend. Kristen Truman. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science in Occupational Therapy Assistance from the School of Health Sciences. Olivia Corelli. Megan Davis. Brady Diener. Allison Dyer. Caitlin Gray. Samantha Hall. Terry Holbrook. Alicia Hosler. Jamie Martin. Kimberly Palmer. Amy Perrin. Brittany Phillips. Alana Scarborough. Jenna Bale. Maya Tenney, honors. Kara Workman, honors. Did we run through the red people too? The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Science degree from the School of Health Sciences. Aramis Allgood. Shayla Amick. Sarah Ball. Aaron Banks, cum laude. Bailey Bennett, summa cum laude. Hunter Brown, cum laude. Michaela Brown. Bryson Dennison. Athena Dills, cum laude. Heather Donahue. Sean Drexel, cum laude. Elizabeth Grokchalski. Macy Jones. Alex Catoni. Sawyer Klingelhofer. Brooklyn Pennell. Alexis Richmond. Erica Russell. Megan Scarberry. Haley Snodgrass, cum laude. Skylar Snuffer, cum laude. Mary Swan. Lisa Tran, summa cum laude. Cameron Withrow. Graduates, would you please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the class of 2021. Will our University of Charleston faculty, staff, administration, trustees please rise? And let's show our appreciation for them as well. And finally, will the family and friends of the graduates please rise so we can acknowledge your support? President Roth will now offer his closing remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay standing and direct your attention to the video screens and join the university singers in the singing of our alma mater. Graduates, let me close by sharing that in my experience, there are three types of people. There are those that make things happen. There are those that let things happen. And there are those who have no clue what happened. Golden Eagles, go out and make things happen. Everybody, please remain at your seats as Dr. Spezio provides us with directions on how we will recess from the Innovation Center. So you can be seated. Congratulations again. Celebrate with your families and fellow graduates. Congratulations again.
As we exit the arena, we'll be practicing social distancing, so I thank you in advance for your patience. And I'd like to begin by asking the stage party to please exit the arena.
School of Arts and Sciences.